down at 5 here to start things out. Lynch running the counter. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Being chased out left. It's caught. Nelson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Lynch. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Let's go, Chief.
Here is Lynch on 3rd and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Coney Ely in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mayfield to throw it this time. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A really Good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run the option right here on first down. And he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second down, Mayfield. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Mayfield. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown. Game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Carr now on first down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Carr to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Christian Kirksey in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Rolling to his right. Now he's got a man. Complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Now he's flushed up, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Hankins able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
6:37. 7:34. 6:94.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They come out here in the I. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12.
Monday, down. 185. Go, go. Get set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Hey, 734.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 1st down, Mayfield. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Patriot! Patriot!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
And there's another sack for... Chubb, and that's exactly why they drafted him. But don't discount his ability to play the run. This is a big, strong young man who understands offensive schemes, how they try to block, and he'll stand stout against the running game as well as continuing to get after the passer.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Carr. That is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Put 5-man box. Get down, get down.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Joe Schobert in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. second down throw for Mayfield. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mayfield showing why he was the #1 overall pick. He's got the Browns on the move, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Fights off the defender. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Leopard! Now let's go!
Mayfield now on second down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cannon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Carr now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Low! Express! 24.
On second down, here's Carr. Flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Raiders on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been terrific so far. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent tipped the balance in his favor to go #1.
Drops it off for Chubb. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. He hits Landry. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a 1st down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Mayfield on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On 2nd down, Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get a throw away. away. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
694. 618. Hey, 734. Express.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Trying to improvise. Over the middle, complete. It's Cannon. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense?